So hello students, today I am discuss the topic about the second order effects, that is also called the higher order effects. So previously when we talk about the characteristics of the MOS devices, basically are the ideal in the ideal way. But when we talk about the practical way, the MOS devices are fabricated and used in labs cannot behave ideally, because in the fabrication process the materials used in the fabrications are not 100% ideally. So when the materials are not 100% ideally before, due to this reason, the different devices formed on fabricated are not practically ideal. So the practical MOS has some extra effects and properties, those are called the second order effects or called the higher order effects. By the characteristics are changes according to this effect, so it is called the second or higher order effects. So first I will take here the topic, that is basically the body effect. Body means basically when we talk about, generally the three terminals are there of the MOS transistor, basically gate, drain and source. But when we talk about the outermost part, that is called the substrate, that is called the fourth terminal of the device, that is also called body. So when we talk about the voltage between the body and substrate, when we talk about when the voltage of the body and substrate is not equal to 0, VSB is not equal to 0. When it is not equal to 0, then it is affect the threshold voltage, and due to this modification of the threshold voltage, that is called the body effect. So body effect is in terms of given to the modification of the threshold voltage, due to the voltage difference between the source and the substrate. So basically we have ignored the presence of the substrate, but reality, in the way of real way, MOSFET is a 4 terminal device with the substrate being as a bulk material of the device. So in many applications, basically the source terminal is connected to the substrate terminal, which results in the PN junction formed between the substrate and the induced channel having a constant zero bias. But in such a way, in case of that, substrate does not play a role in the circuit, option as an exchange can be ignored together. But when talk about this way, when we talk about whether source to body voltage is not equal to 0, so in this condition, I will explain here, when the source to substrate, that is denoted by the source to body here outermost part, where the substrate p type substrate is connected there. So when the source to body is not equal to 0, so basically the NMOS sources is ground and the other NMOS sources are connected to the drain of the previous one, according to that. So according to that, I will take here the diagram in the first transistor, where the source to body, I will take here the source to body, the source is also grounded of the first transistor of NMOS, and body is also equal to 0. But so according to that, when we take in the constitutive in the series way of different type of transistors are present there, and we connected at a single gate to source voltage at a gate terminal, but the different substrate voltage that is equal to connected to the ground, so all the substrate voltage are nearly equal to 0. But when we talk about the different type of transistors, so first transistors source and substrate are nearly equal to 0. But when we talk about the in series way in upper transistor, that is S2, as in terms of second transistor, the source of second transistor is connected to drain, and the body is directly connected to ground. So in this case, when body is directly connected to ground, but the drain and source is connected, source of the next transistor is connected to drain of the first transistor, due to this effect the source voltage is not equal to 0. So VSB is not equal to 0. When we talk about the transistor, body voltage is equal to 0, but the source to body voltage is not equal to 0. So due to the difference of these voltage, source to body voltages basically reduces the threshold voltage of the different type of transistors. So according to that, the substrate voltage of all the devices is equal, but the lowest NMOS device is 0 potential difference between the source and substrate. But the VSB is equal to 0, but the VSB and VSB is not equal to 0. VSB is greater than VSB3. So according to that, the substrate of the different voltage increases, substrate voltage increases, the width of the depletion layers also increases. When the depletion layers increases, the behavior like a reverse bias PN junction. So when the PN junction in reverse bias condition, depletion layer increases, that is reduces the channel depth, and when we recover the channel, by this we have introduced the new gate to source voltage as the new heights. So according to we have increased the gate to source voltage for increasing of the inversion layer of the channel. So according to that, when we increase the value threshold voltage in upward direction, means VT2 is greater than VT1, means threshold voltage of the second transistor is greater than threshold voltage of the first transistor. So gate voltage is when we what we want, where the gate voltage is common to all the NMOS devices to start off in the same way, on in a same way at a same potential by the same threshold voltage, all the at the same time we have given to the on of the transistor. But due to this reason, when the threshold voltage of the different series transistors are not equal to there, so there is a, because the different transistor threshold voltage of the different transistors, second, third one, that is most greater than the first one. So according to you, we have not start the transistor on a same potential. So that is difficult to produce on the same way, due to this not equal to source to body voltage. So due to this reason, circuit does not work efficiently, and output will not smooth, and power consumption also increases due to this variation of this threshold voltage due to the variation of the source to body effect, that is called the body effects. When we talk about basically the sub threshold region, also called sub threshold conduction, basically sub threshold conduction means charges are moved under off way. When we talk about that, the transistor is in off condition, but the charges are moved according to it. So basically we have assumption that MOS capacitor analysis, no universal layer charge exists below the threshold voltage. This leads to the zero current between the drain and source when the threshold voltage is nearly equal to 0. But actually actually in sub threshold conduction, current is not equal to 0, but there is a very less drain current flow between the drain and source in the channel exists due to the sub threshold, that is called the sub threshold leakage current, due to the presence of the charges basically. So therefore transistor cannot be completely turned off in a turn way, means when we assume that the transistor is turned off, but it is not in actually turn off, it is basically consumes some basically light current, that is assume that basically transistor does not completely in turned off way. So it is basically weak due to the weak inversion layer exists between the drain and source, it is consume the power, and the transistor is not basically when the transistor is not conducting, but in the way it is consume the power. So it is called the sub threshold conduction, means conduction between the drain and source due to these leakage charges present and leakage current present between the drain and source. So according to that, next when we talk about the things, according to that, next one when we talk about that is basically the mobility variation. Mobility means basically when we talk about the relation, that is the potential when we talk about the drift velocity divided by the electric voltage. So means mobility is inversely proportional to electric field intensity, but is directly proportional to drift velocity of the carrier. So according to that, basically it is the ratio of the drift velocity divided by the electric field. So mobility means mobile carriers which is move from source to drain, and according to it is basically the charge carriers. These are basically the electrons or holes that is dependent on the condition, that is p type or n type of channel, that depends on the public mobility conditions. And we also know that the mobility of the electron is greater than the mobility of holes. So and is also dependent on the temperature way. When we increase the temperature, mobility also increases. When mobility increases, so the according to the basically these according to that, when the mobility increases according to temperature, when we talk about that, initially mobility varies according to the type of the charge carriers. Electrons in silicon have a much higher mobility than the hole, therefore NMOS devices having higher current producing capability than the corresponding the P devices. So mobility decreases with increasing the doping concentration and then increase the temperature variation. When we increase the temperature, then the correlation between the electrons and increases, according to that basically mobility decreases. And when we talk about the doping concentration, basically increases according to the mobility. When we increase the doping concentration, then mobility also decreases. So these are the two factors which is dependent on the temperature. Basically mobility decreases with increasing basically the doping concentration and increasing the temperature. So these are the point by we have introduced the mobility variation variation according to the doping densities and the doping concentration and the temperature variation. According to that, these are the variation conditions we have explained here. Thank you. Okay.